So it is the most important question now among all the international students, like what is GSR or what is GST actually. So to be honest, first of all, this both of thing kind of same thing actually. GST means genuine student test, which is exactly not a test like an interview or other things. It is exactly the GSR, the genuine student requirements. So what is this? This is the most important question for all the international students, and everybody is confusing. To be honest, universities are doing some sessions as well, but it is not clear because they are elaborating a lot, they are talking a lot about this, but not in a summarized way for the international students. That is the problem. Or sometimes some universities are clearly mentioning it, for which their GT system is still there, and they're including GSR and the SOP. So the thing is, there are actually 4 questions you will have whenever you are going to apply for your student visa in Australia. So everything is as same as previous, but as a GSR there are 4 questions newly added. So what are these questions? If you study a lot, even in the High Commission portal, you will not understand, because in the 4 question there are some other subdivisions as well explained by High Commission, which might be a little bit of difficult for you to understand exactly where are the things you should write. So first of all, you need to write all the answers. I have told you in my last video, and today, as I promised, I will describe you exactly what is GSR, what are the questions you should write, and what would be the topics. So I will cover everything. I will take your class exactly for international students who are waiting for applying in Australia. I believe you will have a very clear idea in a very short way. So without further delay, let's get into the class. So again, I'm going to take you through my presentation and explaining everything. So let's get into the first question. So that is, give details of your current circumstances, including ties to family, community, employment and economic circumstances. So you need to answer this question within 150 words. So there are so many confusions, something like without 150 words, do I have to talk about my current circumstances? What does that mean actually, my current circumstances, including my family ties? What should I write? Or what is the community? Or what is employment and economic circumstances? I'm telling you, first of all, you need to describe the nature of applicants' personal ties. I mean, your personal ties, for example, family details. So you can start with your name and then family, like how many members do you have in your family? What are their names? Or what are their jobs? So you can't actually you can't explain everything. So you can start with something like your name and some of the family members. How many members in total do you have? And after that, if it is your father who is sponsoring you, explain something about his profile, like what is he doing and he is solvent enough or not. This is actually your community. And employment, this is called your future employment. So exactly, you do not need to write in here. So this employment is belong to your current circumstances. So that means this employment needs to be explained as your family income. They will need to provide reasons for not studying in their home country if a similar course is available. That is most important. So 150 words, if you write in a very summarized way, then it is a huge limitation. You can write a lot of things. So start with your family, your current economic circumstances, and then end up with something like which course have you applied for, and if the same course is available in your country, then why are you not choosing your home country? Or for example, if it is an information technology you're going to study, then if for example Bachelor of Computer Science or Software Engineering is available in your country, so what's the difference? Why you are not choosing your home country? That you need to explain. And also you need to mention something about your economic circumstances, like how much fund do you have, or how many what kind of valuable assets do you have based on your family, or what kind of things you are going to be inherited and you are going to take care of this, something like that. So I believe this is a summary, starting with your family. In the middle part you can explain something about your economic circumstances, and you can end up with
your course details, like if the course is similar to your home country or exactly why you are not choosing your home country. And then next, if there is a big question like explain the reason you wish to study this course in Australia with this particular education provider and your understanding of the requirements of the intended course and studying and living in Australia. This all the knowledge you need to describe, because this is the second question you will face and you need to answer again within 150 words. So first of all, you're going to start with your knowledge of the proposed course, which course you are applied, and your education provider, like which university have you chosen. So you're going to start with which course you have applied for, your understanding like why have you chosen this course, and you can mention something like what is the outcome of this course or the course curriculum, something like that. Then you can mention about your previous study and qualifications if there is a relevancy to your chosen course to your previous study, like you are applying for Bachelor of Science and you have completed your 12th grade with science subjects, or if you're applying for computer science or software engineering but previously you have applied, you had mathematics or physics courses in your 12th grade, then you can mention something like that, the course relevancy. And again, if alternative course options were investigated in the applicant's home country or other country, you already mentioned that. So if you mentioned in the previous paragraph, you do not have to write it again. And you can submit with some outcome, like you do not have to write the same thing again and again. So if you already mentioned in the previous paragraph, like you already mentioned like why are you not choosing your home country, then in this paragraph you can mention that the end up of that decision, like you have chosen for this reason already for the chosen course in Australia, so this kind of thing. And you can include about your course content, duration or cost, or any kind of comparative decision. And you can mention it is not mandatory because you can't cover everything, so you can mention something about your planned living arrangements. You know that where are you going to study or where are you going to live. For example, if it is Sydney, mention something about Sydney cost and your understanding. Or you can tell something about your financial stability, like your father is sponsoring how much money, and I believe study will not be a kind of tension for you. So this kind of thing. So overall, make a summary, and within 150 words you need to answer this. Let's go to the third question. So the third question is a little bit with your future, like explain how completing the course will be of benefit to you. I mean the course outcome. So you need to mention a lot of things, but again you are getting a limitation of the words with 150 only. So you can provide details of how this course at the education provider will assist the applicant you to obtain employment prospect in their home country. So if you're mentioning you are coming back to your home country, then your chosen degree and your chosen university is those things have a value in your home country. You need to mention that. You need to mention your remuneration, what kind of expectation you are getting, and how do you find the job, or how will you find the job, what would be your strategy in the future. You're going to start with this. If I talk about this paragraph, so like potential employment offers including salary or other benefits after completion of your course, and if the course is consistent with your current level of education, and if the course will assist you to obtain employment or improve employment prospect in your home country or any other country. For example, if you are planning to stay something like with post-study work right in Australia, and you need to get some Australian experience, and then you need to utilize both Australian degree and experience in your home country, you can mention that, even no problem with that. Then you can explain something if the course is relevant to your past or proposed future employment in your home country. Again, I'm telling the same, like you can mention like what is the return of investment. If you're getting the same, then you can mention that, so this is a very good decision, your father or mother is they are sponsoring you and you are getting a very good degree with a huge expense because it costs a lot, and then you're coming back to your home country. This is your strategy of getting a job, and this is the salary, so your return on investment is quite good. So, and again, in your country, what the career you are planning for with your degree, it has a value, it has a future in your home country or wherever you are going for your job. so you need to mention that. So this is pretty straightforward. Like you're mentioning your salary expectations, you're mentioning your benefits which you are getting in just with your job. So overall, it is actually, you need to show something like that you are a genuine student, and because of this degree you are getting these kind of benefits in the future. This is why you are planning for this degree. And the fourth and last question is give details of any other relevant information you would like to include within 150 words. So this is a very tricky question because this is an open floor for you as a student, and you need to explain anything that include a value to the visa officer so that he or she can give you the visa. So based on my understanding and research on the immigration website in Australia, my thought is you need to mention about your immigration history over here, any travel history, or in any country or Australia, or visa refusal or cancellation. So if you have any kind of immigration history, if it is a positive, you can make it a positive conclusion with this paragraph mentioning about your immigration history. If there is any negative, then it's a huge opportunity to explain over here. For example, if you got a Canada visa refusal or United States student visa refusal, so here is the platform to make them understand how your circumstances have changed. So you got a rejection and you understand what's the facts, and how did you prepare yourself for Australia, and how are you feeling confident that you are getting the visa. And you need to mention a professional conclusion, so why you are thinking like that you are a good candidate for getting Australian student visa with your application for this particular course and university. Apart from that, it's an open floor. If you do not have any kind of history, something like this, so you can mention some other things which can make a very good conclusion about your application. That's all. I believe right now you understand completely what are the 4 questions and what the things you need to include. And to be honest, I have included all the points under all the questions based on the immigration website. So you do not have to include any other particular things based on your thinking, because High Commission is asking for this. They are looking for it. So that's it. I believe you are clear now. I'm ending up my video, but before that, here is a tip for you. So for your information, DHA is currently taking interviews for most of the students. They are calling directly and talking 2-3 minutes in any of the points. So how you will be ready for the interview. So here is my tip. Be prepared with your SOP. This is the first thing. SOP is just answering all the 4 questions I have discussed today. And in your SOP, you know that SOP is a very important thing, and it is still mandatory part while you're going to lodge your visa. So there is a box asking you like letter of statement you have to submit. So that is your SOP covering your introduction. Make your introduction and just then include all the 4 answers based on the question I have discussed. That is your SOP, and prepare with your SOP very good so that you can answer them. Otherwise, so there is one more point, and you need to know all the documents that you have submitted to your DHA, IME account for your visa, and you have to know every detail of each single document. That's it. So they will discuss with you about your SOP or any kind of documents within 2 to 3 minutes, and they will end up the call and they will make their decision. So I believe this tip will help you a lot. So choose your destination. Where are you going to study in Australia? Know the requirements, understand the process, develop yourself, and apply.
So that's all. Exactly, I believe you understand now exactly what you should write, and this is the same thing. You need to put it all the points in your SOP with just adding an introduction. That is my understanding, and SOP is still mandatory because after the application form submission, you will see the letter of statement that you have to upload. So I believe it was a good class. You now understand. So I believe you are going to apply soon for Australia. I'll see you in my next video.